Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, and that Technicolor rainbow in between, welcome in to the Maelstrom week 45. That's right, we've been doing this shit for almost an entire year in game. Above game, we've almost been doing this for 2 years. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ho ho hee ha.
Indeed. And as of course, I am joined in the Maelstrom Discord in the commentary area by a group of chucklefucks. Nightmare,
Hello,
good to see you. How to do, Atsu? Good to see you. Atsu here finished his campaign recently. It took 30 sessions to finish, but he finished it. And he did his AMA last night. Wahoo!
Willie, let me know if you need vocals for that.
One day I'll get around to making Maelstrom standby music. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just a band.
it would be appreciated, my dude.
Yeah.
And Willie, thank you for your 74 months in a row. Thank you kindly for your generosity. You know, the weird thing is, the dead are kind of restless in the Maelstrom as of late. So, you know what? I thought about it. Let's just go ahead and let them hash things out a little bit.
Dead fight.
What? Dead men tell no tales, but they can sure throw a haymaker.
Don't worry, you're here later. You know, Kivasha and I rarely have our avatars this big on screen.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's a good thing we have the bounding box to make the wings partially invisible.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can easily make the two smaller.
I mean, but if someone comes into the chat, then you won't be able to see them.
True. But it's all good.
True. I mean, Arcleon, of course the dead can hurt you. Have you ever been shivved by a femur knife? If you have, I have concerns for you. 1 and 2, welcome to the Golem.
The dead can hurt you, and what's left can make you hurt yourself when you run for your life. Hey, hot damn, Devin! Good to see you, my dude.
Last time we were this early to the show, it was still season 1. Behold, burb.
Indeed. It is burb. Tell me, Kayeth, do you know why a raven is like a writing desk?
When you're not paying attention, everything turns black.
I haven't the foggiest, actually.
Hey,
But I heard that Poe wrote on both.
true. I don't know if Koss still has the monkey ear of the bastard. I think Yig stole that when he left.
Oh?
I mean, for some reason people keep going, don't speak ill of the dead, but when they can just as easily pop back up and beetle around with the living. So being the only living member who did something questionable in that mission, Yig is now quite possibly the bastard.
I mean, you may be the bastard, but you're not the most hated man in the Maelstrom.
In the Maelstrom, no.
But are you the most hated man out of the Maelstrom?
Also no, for different reasons. Am I the most hated man in the Maelstrom out of the Maelstrom? Yes. With possibly exception of the man in green for the gods, because he keeps sending people in somehow and we don't know how he does it.
I'm sure we'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
Let me see. My trinket list.
How's that?
That's right. I gave away all my Fae themed trinkets.
Beautiful. The bird is accosting Bastion so far.
Squinto, you find the rattle of the last breath. A tiny bone-white baby rattle that softly rattles in response of something recently deceased.
How recently deceased are we talking? Within the day or within a month?
I'd say within the...
Because it takes 2 days. It takes up to 2 days for rigor mortis to set in.
I'd say 2 days.
2 days? All right.
Oh, the things I have for you lot today.
Are any of them the silly set items from the Patreon stuff?
Some of them are based. They are based on that kind of stuff.
Ooh. All sorts of things could go wrong with that rope move right there. He-Man. What sin did I just watch happen over there, Kavasha? I look over and all of a sudden I hear clunk.
Arc Leone.
Ah.
You find the coin for the ferryman. A tarnished silver coin with a skull engraving on both sides. It's warm to the touch when near running water. Careful. Don't toss it into the water.
You believe Akleon is also one of the folks currently on a ship.
He-Man.
I already did that bit.
I don't care. I'm doing it anyway.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know. Who does it better, me or Bob? If you're smart, you'll vote for Bob.
Kayeth, you find funeral gloves, child-sized. Black lace gloves that once belonged to a noble's child. Wearing them causes small withered petals to occasionally fall from your sleeves.
There's no way that any sin can cause those to fit Koteldomen. The man is 7 small children tall.
But they are magical.
True.
And who says he has to wear them on his hands? He can probably put one finger inside of it.
Stick them on the end of the horns. Yeah, true.
And the dead win over the dead.
Huzzah! The dead are doing well today.
Especially with all these trinkets.
Boy, howdy.
And folks, I will give you a special hint at what's coming in the future. In the arena, there is a merchant room. It will have a number of various traveling merchants who each have different items and different inventories for you to purchase from. You purchase from them with arena tokens, and for those of you that went fishing a while back, will be able to use your fishing tokens for the merchant arena. Each realm DM will have their own traveling merchant, and I'll tell you what mine is. Mine is a trinket vendor, where you can trade your trinkets in for other trinkets, and with your arena tokens, you can buy even stronger trinkets.
Oh no, somebody has desaturated Vix.
Well, hello there, Mr. A. Carey.
As I stand here, full John and wide for myself a great D&D session, I cracked open one of my diet sodas, got myself ready, and listening on the day. How's it going, folks?
I take it you're in good spirits, my friend.
I'm good. I just thought I'd do something stupid after. How are you guys?
Man, sounds like he should be pickled in whiskey.
Dude, I'm fairly good. Thankfully, I was able to consult with the Allfather to make this show actually work today.
Whew.
Vix
Oh,
isn't looking quite himself.
He looks overly happy.
I mean, that's just
This-
because
this-
he has a long face.
Well, it's true, but it looked like somebody who just found themselves like $5 after getting their meal. They're like, "Oh man, I just spent $5. Hey, $5."
I mean, I don't know where you're spending $5 to get a meal, but boy howdy, I'd be happy to go there.
Dollar Tree.
That is
That
less
is
than
true.
realistic.
Fine. I'm eating a cherry tomato, so I might be noisy.
This was supposed to be monochrome, you bitch.
Monochrome. Always Vic's fighting himself. Ziv.
We couldn't afford the monochrome, unfortunately.
Motherfucker.
It just looks like it just looks like an anti-Vix.
I mean, it is.
I like how immediately after getting a new character, I've already murdered them on accident.
It's going well.
Hold up, you killed your snake already?
Yeah.
Travis,
I
you're not allowed to have pets anymore. You killed your bird. We gave you another bird. You killed it too. Now you killed your snake. What's next? A cat?
To be fair,
You also killed the mushroom. Do you know how hard it is to kill the mushroom?
I didn't know if you had read or not, but yeah, fucking Jackal died to a dragon turtle, but we technically he died, but due to some complications, he's still a character.
The complications including blunt force trauma to the head.
By
Yeah, turtle.
a dragon turtle. Sorry, Bob. You should never. See, this is why I wasn't in season 1, folks. Bob didn't want me to come down with like 30 different characters.
You
And the
were in
end, it's
season
just-
1. You died then too.
I did too.
He's the shortest lived character in season 1. The only other character that had fewer posts than Max in season 1 was Salt. And that's because Salt was a bit character.
Dude, you had an entire group of rams. They would absorb you into a giant ball and just roll to the next location, which was rolled randomly.
Mm-hmm. I was okay with this. If we can do that
Alpha
again.
Zach also died. However, Zach got forcibly revived.
Zach became a potted plant.
He became a potted mushroom.
Okay, so to be fair, this one I legitimately wasn't trying to die. Let me explain.
You could have run.
I'm judging you.
We could have run. So, as you are all well aware, that when it comes to D&D characters, my sense of morality and like the value that character has is about as much as how much fun am I having. And when what I can only describe as a giant dragon turtle drops in the middle of a mythical land in front of you, do you A, run away, B, fight it, C, Steve Irwin it? So of course I chose C. I had to figure it out. And I got told it we had many chances to run, and for a moment I thought we were, but
Why
then
did
we
you
were
let
like,
the person in the group with the lowest intelligence score call the shots?
first off, which one of us called the shots? And none of us called a shot. We would still be alive if we called shots.
The Oni.
We did not. No, no, we did. He was telling us to run away.
No,
Let it
the
be-
first thing he said is, "It's hurt. We can fight it."
But then he was like out of character. He's like, we should run away. I'm like, nah, we got this.
Well,
Let me know
in
that
character
Vegeta said
all the
first,
time.
we have to run away. And then I said, no, let's fight it. And then they all just stuck with the plan. And we killed it. And I had a great get back up like a goddamn whack-a-mole moment. But we killed it.
The
I
two
died
of you were
horribly.
popping up and down. It had options.
Page Mistress, that was option D, but I never considered the D.
Paige, given that I made the Rams and I play the Rams, kinda.
So, no, my character isn't character death. He is simply in a different form right now. He is now
You got
a
Alpha?
little,
He's
I
character
suppose
incompetent.
Me and Kobold Slayer now have something in common.
What are you, just a top to his bottom?
Good night, everybody.
If you
Yeah, maybe.
if you mash yourselves together, can you make one full person?
No, we can make one actual competent D&D player.
That doesn't exist.
No. No, I'm the curse. I'm a very
I know what I
I-
said, Vegeta.
I am a very good D&D player. My only flaw is that I do not care about my characters if whether they live or die, so I have no sense of danger or morality. I'm the one without the actual like out of character fear of losing my character.
I make characters not fearing to lose my character, but my characters still have basic survival instincts.
No, sorry, that doesn't come with me. It doesn't matter what character I'm playing. They are willing to touch the thing if it's a funny story.
Oh, we're outside of the normal time slots. We're fucking unhinged right now, my boy. Catherine, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to Alpha.
Yeah, so
Gina's been brutal with those gift subs recently. She hit me the other day with one. To be fair, Willie, Cora also had basic survival instincts because he was told he was going to die, given an offer to live, and he chose to live.
What do you mean The Rock removed the sun?
I mean, have you seen those eyebrows? They can eclipse just about anything.
I just want someone to fight Dwayne. Just name the paper.
The fraud is perfectly reasonable. You haven't met the gonk yet.
You know,
And your winner, Shadowvix.
it's kind of a... This is an interesting psychological piece.
Because of our heroic defeat of the turtle, and because of like weekly level up things, just squeaked by to get to level 6.
Hot damn.
Hot damn indeed.
I take
Too
it...
bad I can't. Yeah.
Is it... Okay, y'all, is it bad that Shadowvix won?
All it means
not-
is Vix
not if you're
probably
betting on
can
it.
no longer access their holy bullshit as a paladin now.
Oh, that's smart. Wait a minute. Is that why Shadowvix is here? Is because of the in-game announcements?
Maybe.
What?
Maybe not.
You know, doubt is a hell of a thing whenever it comes to faith.
Sure. Indeed.
Bob, why is the booth telling me that there's a Category 6 hurricane coming up? No, wait, sorry, tornado. Category 6 tornado.
Is that why Travis just left?
Maybe. Yeet the lizard, and it's not me for once.
Also, Robot, I hope you enjoyed what the workaround that I did to make Shadow Vix happen. I consulted the Allfather to make that shit happen.
Where's it be? Remember to send him a hot chili later.
Remember, unless the fire alarm, unless it kills him, it's not hot enough. The fire alarm is going off and it's still not hot enough.
And the effort is appreciated.
Like I told you, my dude. You wanted it, so I made it happen. I fucking love my people.
Marcus is part of the Underdark crew there, Paige, if I remember correctly.
Marcus and his crew is currently in Stonehaven. They just fended off a Yugoloth army.
It's hilarious to watch a Yugoloth sit there and go, how are you more evil than I am?
Huh. I forgot that Sator and Urza were in a tag team with each other.
I mean, we haven't used them at all.
Like, it can only have one person in a tag team. And early on, everybody formed a tag team with everybody. So my tag team section is a mess.
But now you can delete half of them.
Yeah.
Mostly because Yig was in half of them for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
But the other kicker of that is Yig wasn't designed to be a tag team character.
Funny that.
I mean, his single streak shows that. 'Cause he
Rosso! You showed up
Hey, Rosso.
just in time, my dude.
It's goblin hunting season. And coming down the ramp now, Thorn Dentures. Sorry, Dantes.
I like Thorn's new design.
Oh yeah. It is definitely a hat.
Like, real talk, I like the fact that a lot more people have kind of paired up in season 2. And like the Moro and Linkshi, the Aaron and Thorn, the Lexi and Gravier.
Is it gravy or is it gravy?
Apparently, I was saying gravy, but apparently Paige corrected me. I will.
Paige, do you know how little that clears things up?
Like, this has gotten. I was writing out a menu for my Saturday game for Saved by the Spell. And I was writing, like, gravy was in a thing. And I legit wrote out gravy. Grevy.
Welcome back.
There we go. I had to make my exit from inside my house for my dog, which to go outside. How are you all?
I am. Are you?
I don't know how the weather is faring for you in the eastern part of Canada, but we are getting cooked here on the west side.
I could do with more rain, honestly. However, I'm sure most of the locals would say otherwise.
Huh, Morrill still has the belt. We need to get him to give that up.
Doesn't Morrow still have the grave domain? And it was Lingshi that? I've been informed that I'm a mess. It was Lingshi that lost the belt, no?
Lingshi lost it to...
Quentin?
Yeah, Quentin, I believe.
Yes. Because we have two picks. Yes, Canada is on fire in Manitoba.
Again?
That's true.
Actually, it's the first time in a while it's been like this. Usually it's BC.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's usually BC that's on fire. It's like, well, it's June, someone's on fire again.
Which is hilarious because both BC and Manitoba have the most water, most inland water of all the other provinces.
So,
Look,
Ash...
I'm not gonna...
go ahead.
Go ahead. All I was just gonna say is that we have extreme weathers here. It goes from really wet to really dry really quick. But go ahead, tell me your story about Ash.
Ash took the belt, took the grave domain off of Lingshi, and Quentin took the death domain off of Morrill.
That's what it is.
So, speaking of balance and death, now that Khan no longer exists, yes, I'm sorry, Team Balance. I was going to betray you and give the belt off to somebody else. I'm not going to say who, but yeah, he was a bad guy, and he was trying to steal the belt from Team Balance. So you had every right to be like, no, don't give him the death belt.
Earthquake.
Somebody was stomping hella hard.
I mean, the Leaper brothers have the biggest boots in the game, so.
Yeah.
They do.
Supposedly, orcs do tend to headbutt mountains and whatnot. And the mountains move.
Stream's up.
So Zartor, what do you think? Did we handle that fight well? Did you and I handle it? All of us handled that fight really well against the turtle.
We did our best. We did our best.
We did. No. Strategically and soundly, we were a rock solid team. Nobody died.
Well,
a Pyrrhic victory is a victory for the other side, however.
Exactly.
You know how you deal with a dragon? The best way to deal with a dragon?
I don't know. How?
Stroke that ego. Oh, great and powerful dragon.
Okay. Here's the problem, though, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
It had worms.
He tried to stroke the dragon's ego, and the dragon got pissed at us even more.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it had worms in the
came
brain.
in. Please do not stroke the dragon in public.
What kind of worms?
The ones that kind of take over its mind and basically turn it into a mindless beast.
Yeah, only after...
Ceramorphosis?
What's that zombie act thingy? It reminded me of that.
Yeah, kind of like that as
Cordyceps?
well. Yeah, that was it.
Look, as a level 5...
worms, that's a fungus.
Look, I'm just proud at level 5, in one turn I was able to do 47 damage. In one turn. And I was just like, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take my victory as I will.
You taken one turn from the turtle dragon?
Not only that, it was resistant to fire and lightning.
Oh, it was resistant to like everything.
Yeah, here's the thing, like poor Vegeta, like every time it was like miss. It was like,
Oh my god.
Zator was the only one that actually managed to hit anything with it when it came to melee. And he's
You
the
you
wizard.
you did the most damage, I think. But Tenjiman was like the most. I have to say it. Tenjiman was probably our MVP for a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot of clutch plays.
Realm
You
DM
did the most
HQ.
damage.
Let's see. Okay. What do you think about what do you think
But
about
that's
And
not
then just-
all. But wait,
I-
there's more.
spreading monster that wanders through the area and spreads an infection flickers and the light.
Guys, we're gonna hear this in the realm the RP game announcements in like a week from now. Just prepare for yourselves.
We're gonna have to fight it, aren't we?
No, you know what? I want the ultimate redemption. Like, look, I get it. I'm dead right now, and so is Cobalt Slayer. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we got a round 2 with this thing, and that's how we get back alive?
He died.
apparent-
That's okay. He got better.
Yeah, that's what I mean by there's more. Because even though it died in the Sea of Frozen Fire. So its ghost came up and then decided to become, what was it, a dragon turtle death storm.
Yes, a fucking legendary, like a Dark Souls legendary title now. It's just like it pissed off and left. I'm like, we're gonna have to fight that thing later, aren't we?
Yeah, because we're having to head in the same direction that it headed into.
It has all those stats, and now it's a ghost like me as Cobalt Slayer. So now we're gonna have to fight a specter.
I'm
It's
not
weird
entirely
that the
sure what
tr-
just
no.
happened, but it definitely did.
It's weird that the tree ants didn't rise up as well.
To be fair, at
Which
the
means
time
it
I was
was
worrying about
probably-
what I was dead out of character. I saw what happened, but out of character, I was not a part of that. So I have no idea why.
Yeah. So either it probably was a case of it was dead before it arrived in the Sea of Frozen Fire, or we missed something.
I think it's the what happened was, and because I remember like wasn't it like it spat it out, like it spat out the piece out of its mouth.
Yes. Before the
So
fight
my thought
started.
was that my thought was that the tree thing had the infection inside it. Turtle ate the tree. Turtle becomes infected, and then somehow gets yeeted over to us. That's what I'm like. How did it get to us in the first place? Why did it fall out of the sky?
It flew.
That is true. It can fly.
Yeah,
It-
but the way
it
that it
traveled
was
via
originally
Florida
described, it was more like a falling meteor coming towards us.
So maybe it was really high up when it all of a sudden turned infected. So regardless, that's what's happening to us right now. And that was my very first battle as my new character. A level 5 taking on a challenge rating 17 legendary beast. Like, we still won, and I will
That
take
Callie
that victory
buffed.
to my
Callie
fucking
buffed
grave.
it as well.
Callie got a D's nuts joke on it. And I died to the D's nuts joke.
I mean, as anyone should.
She put these nuts on it, and I was underneath it trying to poke it as it was flying. And my character, as a free action, yelled, "Got him!" And then it, I think it had to land, so it landed on me.
Correct. Which I was talking to Kelly when that happened. I went, oh, you can be thankful that we're not using this mindfall damage. Because if something lands on you, you're taking damage equal to half its weight.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I wonder if this is gonna straight up character death me right away. And to be fair, it got its comeuppance later because I rose from the grave once, hit it, died. Rose from the grave again, hit it, died. Then got up a third time, and then it killed me properly.
I don't know if anyone in the chat
until you literally died, you was literally like, I didn't hear about it.
I don't know if anyone in the chat is old enough to get this reference, but Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Rosso, I
Yeah.
swear to God, did you pull the high grim bit again?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Ah, you're just getting around to that, are you, Bob?
I fucking love that bit. Real talk, I love that it's you that keeps on doing it.
Well, you two are basically frenemies at this point.
Sawyer does it because he's pretty sure that it's going to piss off Grim. Because it's one of those things where Grim always carries
I mean,
himself
something.
Go on.
I mean, something might happen.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like, let me put it to you like this. Sawyer, in my mind, is playing psychological warfare. Because Grim is that
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Team Order.
he's that character that has that aura about it, that menacing aura. And how do you fight something like that? You no-sell it. You give it no power. You give it no fucks. And that, in my mind, that is what Sawyer is doing. He's being a cheeky shit, letting Grim know that he hasn't forgotten about him, because Sawyer is one of those people where he is a student of history. And Sawyer knows that if you don't learn from history, you are doomed to repeat it.
As Sam Roberts say, watch the product, speculate wildly, and the third rule is everything counts. Everything counts, yes. Like my mind's kind of still a little bit blurred at the moment.
You're good.
That's why I blanked on that third rule for a second. But yeah, so
It's also stupid fucking late for you.
I mean, I kind of just
Indeed.
woke up as well.
Ah, groggy. I got you.
Yeah.
Anybody have any advice on paladin spells? I need a new one. I need to get a new paladin spell.
You want to know a secret about Paladin there, Travis? You don't need spells. You have the spells for when you're not in combat. When you're in combat, Mike.
I love Find Steed and Find Greater Steed.
Oh yeah, because you don't get in the 2024, you get them automatically, but this one you don't. So that's not a bad idea, honestly. Because you're right, I need my spell slots for Smite, but I could probably use my utility for something else other than Hunter's Mark.
Oh, right. That's reminded me. Yeah. Though it can't really move as fast, so we probably would be moving slower. Is Zator's got his Phantom Steeds? He can have them going on.
Hey, Manatee, thank you for the 58 month, 59 month anniversary. Travis, what level?
No.
spell do you have?
I believe I just got to level 6, so I should be like just one more level 2 spell.
I mean, what was it that Carrie said? Like, everyone got 4,500 XP.
Yeah.
So times that by 4, that's 18,000 XP.
Find
Oh, for the
For the fight,
big
yeah.
old. Yeah,
That's
it was
how-
a good
that's-
fight.
That's how good of a fight this. That's how much of a fight this is. It's like 18,000 XP.
When Callie said, "Hey, congrats! Good news, you cut the head off the beast. The bad news is the worms attached it back." I'm like, "Oh no, this is a legendary creature."
It did a cooler thing.
It did a cooler thing.
Yeah, like cooler from DBZ, like when it became Metal Cooler.
Yeah, with the metallic. I was just more just like, Oh no. On the one hand, like I'm like my inner gremlin D&D is like, yes, bigger fight, bigger reward, bigger loot. But on the other hand, I'm like, oh, I didn't do the cool move to finish it.
Yeah, Travis. Branding Smite, Fine Steed, Warding Bond is great if you're a defender paladin. Magic Weapon if you don't have a magic weapon. Lesser Restoration is great. But all of your smites are good. Compelled Duel is great.
Hell Duo is hilarious. If you have the charisma score to convince your DM to use it in silly ways,
So
you can
I believe
fish.
I am I believe I am a Oath of Vengeance paladin. So I believe I get Compelled Duel already, and I get Hunter's Mark and Compelled Duel, that means I'm pretty much set till level 20. But I like the idea of finding Steed because I'm gonna be like, you know what? I need my horse.
What about
I
Purify
am.
Food and Drink?
Wait a minute. I'm a UNT. Why would I need a horse? I can't ride it.
Who says you can't?
You're a Yonti abomination.
Yeah, this is
It's
another
true.
thing why I'm saying like Zator has Phantom Steed, because it can go like 100 feet per round normally. So it's like, imagine if it was dashing, that's like 200 feet.
Oh yeah, no, Willie.
Let's see.
So it technically would outpace the Devil's Ride. The problem is that most of the time is that Zator is going to be which will be casting rather than doing anything else.
And that takes 10 minutes.
Yep. So imagine, well, actually no, it's 11 minutes because it's a 1 minute casting time by itself. Plus you have to take into account the fact that it takes 1 minute for the Phantom Steed to actually disappear once the spell's over. So you're basically having to recast it every 50 minutes. So that's why when it comes to Zator, it's kind of like, okay, I can multiple cast like 2 or 3. So it's, but that's like every half an hour out of an hour is like
Yes, Bob?
recasting.
Paige, you're thinking this is Aaron Dantes. The guy with the blue hair was Thorn Dantes. They're brothers.
Wins, basically.
Oh, no.
Well, the good news is you never have to worry about twins out of me because I'm not allowed to play a Kendra.
I am a fucking gremlin whenever it comes to like D&D. Like I will reflavor a spell like nobody's business. Like I was notorious for my Phantom Steeds. Like I summoned a Phantom Steed with basically riding a large, long-legged crocodile.
Beautiful.
And I realized
Was
later
it
on,
legged?
yeah, it was a crocodile, but it had like 3-foot long legs instead of stubby legs.
when it fucking death rolls here.
So, Bob, that's an actual type of crocodile.
I
That's
know.
A prehistoric fucker.
I know.
Is it a caiman?
Somebody reached out on Twitter and said, "Hey Bob, you know the crocodile that you made? It actually existed."
Hilariously, I also use those for a very specific NPC by the name of Big Fish. Big Fish is a crocodilian lizard folk, Voodoo Man, who has 2 familiars, which are 22-foot long female crocodiles. Yes, caimans still exist, Paige.
Yes, caimans exist, but they are much, much smaller.
Yes.
I think for my Find Familiar, it's just going to be a larger, like very fast snake that I could just ride on. And that would be very funny.
Good. Flavor
Also,
that
Bob.
shit, dude. Huh?
Hey, Bob.
I'm like, how would I ride a horse as a snake?
Wrap around
Do you
their
know the
midsection.
other? Do you know the other spell name for Find Steed?
Find Greater Steed?
The other name for those two.
What?
Dude, where's my car?
Find Vehicle.
Yes. Vehicle,
Also, Bob,
if
I'm
you will.
sorry.
Why?
Because I sent Corvix in. He did hit the thing with like a cold dragon's breath, but then immediately got swatted. So I'm gonna have to resummon Corvix again.
Corvix got obliterated. Wait,
A lot of
Corvix
us
is
got
a
obliterated.
special familiar. Can he be resummoned?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It may have an effect on him, though.
That
One of many has been
Like-
slain.
the fight itself was fantastic, and again, hats off to both JC and Callie. I know that Callie mostly did the DMing for the turtle. What a great fight! I 10 out of 10, no notes. Fight was great. I loved a lot of it. I'm also thinking like, okay, now we have a lot of things to do. Now Jackal has a new motivation. Instead of just being here, is to get alive again.
What's wrong? He died. Oh no, did he get better?
No, I did not. Oh yeah, I love the running gag I have with him that he thinks the language of freedom is abyssal, so he just speaks commonly with abyssal, and it just sounds like the worst guttural language.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is Sator actually understands him.
Well, of course. I mean, he has to have somebody speak to him. He's just like, "Oh, I see you speak the common language well." And just like, it sounds like. I like that Cobalt's just sitting between the three of us, all speaking like one speaking void, two of us are speaking abyssal. It sounds like horrible demons are being summoned. We're just on this chopper.
Yeah, and then like Cobalt Slayer is like talking in giant, talking in draconic. Like Sator's swapping between draconic, common, and abyssal, and then there's tension.
You would think the snake guy would speak draconic, but I do not.
I mean, everyone and their mother speaks Dragonic. It's just like everyone's bulletproof to 9mm.
That's true.
Oh, that's why I just remembered why I'm not really doing Phantom Steed. The Sea of Frozen Fire affects them. They kind of look a little melty. And apparently it doesn't work well when it's done in close quarters with the bike as well.
So outside of dying to the dragon turtle, Travis, how was your adventure in the microwave?
The microwave. What do you mean?
The microwave.
The
I know
the
where you
sea-
are.
Oh, just like the Sea of Frozen Fire.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so far, so this has been my experience so far. I pooped in here via contract magic, appeared in front of a goblin and an oni. Didn't know what an oni is. Had to figure that part out. We spent half the day moving an ice rock. We tried to burn it. We tried to fry it. We tried to prick it. We tried everything we can to move the ice rock.
We even
It
used
kind of
acid
opened a
on
hole.
it.
We threw acid on it. Then we went up a cliff. We went out a hole, and then a turtle landed on us. We fought the turtle. Now I am a ghost sitting on a bike with my body flapping in the wind as we're riding a demon cycle to go and find something that's called Kithies, something like that, to bring our bodies back. So far, 10 out of 10, great experience.
Yeah.
Ooh, trinket.
Ooh, a trinket. Ladies and gentlemen, creatures and biz, your winner, Vesserish Whitemane.
I hope that the team leaders for each team are kind of glad they didn't pick up Jackal right away as a character. I don't mind being neutral, but I like the idea of like, I've joined your team. I'm dead.
I mean, that's a hell of a way to stay neutral.
I don't think that page is wrong.
Yeah, no.
Would I be ashamed to say that I already have another character cooked up just in case this doesn't go well?
Travis, do you want to know how many characters I have lined up for the Maelstrom?
Every character I've made is going to be an NPC whenever I just finally decide to be a DM for like a big old campaign. Every character I've made is going to make a cameo.
Travis, how many of my NPCs do you think are player characters that I made but I never got to use?
I'm pretty sure like almost all of them. At least all of Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
I have a handful of characters that I know will never be player characters, but I have a hell of a lot of characters that used to be player characters.
Also, now that we're back on the air, Robot,
Yeah.
you find the ash-bound locket, a heart-shaped locket filled with a fine, dark gray ash. If opened at midnight, it hums a tune only the dead would know.
Can you pass that over, bro? I'll be able to hear it.
Oh, also one other thing, Bob.
I don't know if Kotal Doman would be able to hear it.
Yes.
Zator got Mr. Fantastic powers.
Stretchy.
What?
Yep. He has basically he's kind of lost all solidity, so everything's kind of extra like loose and whatnot. He can basically squash into spaces that are like 1 inch wide.
Ah, you're amorphous.
Yeah, he's a jelly goblin.
Paige, I'm not going to say no, but you would have to give her a reason for her to travel with you.
Quick question. So Zator's amorphous. If we turned him into an insect, would he be demorphous?
Indeed.
If we were to turn him into a fish, would he be steamorphous?
Well, if we turn him back, he'd be demorphous.
I mean, that one has an 18 rating on it, so.
No.
Look, you guys already invoked the FCC earlier.
That's true. It's very true.
Fuck the censors.
Oh, I had.
Please don't. That's how we get more.
Good night, everybody.
There it is. Bash is laughing in the distance.
Bob, I do actually have a question that legitimately if Kaw is selected in to wrestle tonight, he wins. Do I still collect the money, or does nobody collect it?
Caw collects it.
Fine. It's just a bag of the money that just pelts me.
I just realized if I ever use one of the big black feathers that Kotal Doman has as a material component for sending, that means I can call collect.
Oh, yes, you can.
There is enough of Ka in the material world that Ka could be resurrected. He wouldn't have a soul, but he could be resurrected.
Please don't. Please don't bring him back. I don't need. I'm taking my well-deserved break from trying to be a villain. Y'all make it way too hard.
I mean, to be fair, the person who kept on getting you killed is no longer there.
The person who kept on getting killed, himself killed, is me. If I had to choose anybody to kill Kaw, it would have been a collection of Ezra and probably Yeeg and Franz. And maybe Bastion. That would have been like, I've got you all in an arena and a bit of a fight, and you would have beat me as my human bird form, and then I would have had a big... I practiced a speech for that moment, but that didn't happen.
Oh, Travis? The red-eyed cats?
Hmm?
Those were the Citadel Guard.
Oh, okay.
They're vampires.
Interesting. I could have used that information. That would have been really good, actually. I can't do anything with that. One, I'm a good guy, and two, that's out of character knowledge. So I don't even want to be. I don't even know about that stuff.
So basically, the lore behind it is the Felorians in season 1 had a unique relationship with Zeus because the Zerians were the ones that killed the plague on them through the use of the Phoenix Potion. And eventually, when Zeus became a spacefaring race and began dropping drop ships full of vampires on other worlds, they remained friendly with the Florians. So one vampire was basically stationed with the Florians that was a high-level vampire, and they act as the spy master for the entire Florians. And they turn subordinates, and those subordinates are no longer able to turn other people. That keeps their
They're
bloodline
thralls?
strong.
I am slightly curious on if the Florians still have a friendly relationship with the DAC at that time.
Probably. But they would probably have the relationship would probably be with their new homeworld rather than with the forward command posts, which one of the locations is in the Maelstrom.
So just remind me, the Felorians are the cat people, aren't they?
Yes.
Yep.
Gurgly.
I
And,
had a whole goddamn
right.
plan with that.
Isn't that a little weird considering Urza?
Bob,
How so?
I'm trying to remember like his lore, but I think the vampires are involved in that, aren't they?
You mean Urza Markov?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Descendant of Theron Markov? Who
Inspired
worked...
by the source. I was gonna say.
I don't know, Bob, keep going.
Go ahead, Bob.
So, Rosso, Urza Markov, descendant of Theron Markov, who worked in close communication with Jaunt, who was eventually bitten and turned into a vampire by Jaunt.
I remember that scene.
Yeah.
Who, before he got turned, went to Gabby and had his genetic material taken and frozen so that he could have children the normal way with his wife Evie. The same Evie that is canonically married to Theron Markov in MNW.
Yes.
My, that's a big one.
There's vampires all up and down his tree. Plus, the master of House Markov is a vampire. So,
Right.
yeah.
Soaring above the rest.
Kayeth, you said my name.
You have a thinky thought there, Bob.
Uh-huh.
You remember how I took like 5 weeks a week leave to make Lazarus fluid, which the entire purpose of Lazarus fluid was to allow Dominiette death saves and to repair as if they were a living being. What would the Florians do with that material?
That's certainly a question, isn't it?
Because I'm beginning to get fucking Horace Lancer vibes off of the Florians. Let's be fair, if Dominiette was anything, they were a paracausal entity.
Additionally, I can tell you after the fact, Travis, you would have had much more success with your political intrigue if you chose any other town other than Terraphilis.
Correctly.
Look, but you and I both know that wasn't the deal.
I didn't choose that town. That was the town I was told to go to.
Yep. Your job was to
Yeah, it was.
disrupt Terraphilus.
I tried my best. My original plan is if I could get high enough level, I was gonna true polymorph myself into a creature that eats intelligence, and I was gonna cast a spell that makes somebody really dumb, take over their body, eat their intelligence, dominate them as a creature, and then for 7 days until it becomes like a permanent effect. And then because Call was a changeling, he was gonna impersonate them for those 7 days, and then just have a bunch of puppets in there, and then just go like, all right, put this guy in military power, political power, and then I was gonna go and strike Sanctuary.
Yep.
Just very quickly, that's a lot of moving parts.
Yep.
I saw that.
I
I saw that short too.
I'm glad you. My original plan was to get voted in, but then I saw I'm like, well, that's slightly easier.
What would have happened if you would have succeeded or caused some kind of a war between Terraphilus and Stonehaven? Terraphilus would have been weakened. Something would have come over the mountains, and it would have basically caused a siege-style defense, where Terraphilus would have had to defend against numerous monsters, Monster Hunter style.
Well, that was kind of the idea. Is I wanted to like thin their military out. It was like I wanted them to, I wanted to aggravate Stonehaven so that they would pick a fight with Terrace at the same time that they were also attacking Sanctuary, thus pulling the armies in two different directions. And then there was supposed to be someone else to come in here and then as they're being pulled apart, to go straight for the siege on them, and then that would have been it. He would have just like, all right, my task is done, and I know what I need to go do now. And then Kyle was going to secretly trap a very specific building in Balance, and only Balance members know about it. And then those Balance members, along with the ones that Kyle had asked for, were going to get transported to the arena, and that's where the final battle for that would have begun.
There's one thing that you didn't take into account in your plans.
Pretty much. Go ahead.
The thing that lives under Sanctuary.
I like that thing.
I'm not gonna. Bob. I didn't say anything about it. That's why I kept my mouth shut about it. And I was like, all right, I have no idea what it is. But out of character, yes, I was just like, I need to stir up trouble.
So, funny hee hoo ha ha. The fact that the thing that is under Sanctuary was guarding what's called the Divine Gate, which was the way to get into the Maelstrom. And since Sanctuary has been reduced in population and is on the verge of not existing anymore, the Divine Gate has left Sanctuary.
Interesting.
That's why you can drop in just about anywhere.
So,
Nani the fuck?
So as of now,
Makes sense.
in the Maelstrom, we're going to be making it so that new players, when a new player comes in, they're going to go into a special pre-made area where they will see each of the 4 realms, and they will be given an example of what each realm has to offer, and then they can go to any of the realms that they want, rather than getting directed directly to Sanctuary and Master. They will additionally start play at level 5.
Yeah, so this time it's not weird that I came in at level 5 this time, and nobody can suspect me anymore.
I mean, we can still suspect you of certain things, but just not that.
Listen, I'm telling you, even though I kept telling you Bogart was a good guy, I can tell you for sure, I am not playing a bad guy right now. He's just a red flag. He's supposed to be.
Willie, I would like your expertise with answering Paige's question. What kind of bard would Johnny Cash be, given that you basically played a Johnny Cash inspired character in season 1 in Wan Ni Kesh?
What kind of bard would Johnny Cash be?
What kind of a bard? Yes.
Well, are we basing it off his life or his music? 'Cause there's two very distinctive things and two very distinctive periods of Johnny Cash.
The man got stabbed by an emu.
So let's say yes.
If we're basing it off his
also, Travis, I think you're looking for is red herring, not red flag.
No, well, red herring is like more of a distraction. No, he's supposed to be a red flag on it's a judge not by the judge me not by the book of my cover. Like he literally has a cape that is a flag. He waves it around and he speaks abyssal, and he was in a very specific race that is known to keep slaves. And he speaks with a almost sinister like speaking because he doesn't speak common as his first language.
He was built to make you suspect that he was a bad person when he really wasn't.
Yeah, no, like he has green mutated cookies that are just mint banana cookies that he offered to people, and people were like, I don't know if I should eat this. I'm like, why? There's nothing wrong with them. The green makes them tastier.
Now, if he was in a murder mystery kind of thing, everybody would think that he was the killer, and thus he would be the red herring.
Yeah. Yes. But I've almost tried to make him, because my last character was a villain trying to be a good guy. I went the opposite this time, where he's a good guy, but he's trying to be he's not very good at. He even has calling cards that explains that his former his species are known for slave driving and being monsters. It's like it says I'm sorry, please forgive us. Like none of us are like that. He has calling cards for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Javalia. I've probably butchered this, how you say that. However, I don't have it written in front of me right now.
You did good enough.
Willie says that one Nikesh / Eidolon was a Valor Bard.
I mean, I see it because of the glam of before his second producer or before his third producer got to him. That would be like 50s Johnny Cash, where he's doing Get Rhythm, he's doing oh my god, Sunday Morning Sidewalk, it wouldn't if we were to go to Hurt or to God's Gonna Cut You Down, that would definitely be more wouldn't call it the College of Eloquence. What's the bard that has the most viciousness to it?
I mean, they all get access to vicious mockery.
Yes, but there's one that I think specializes in it.
College of Shadows, College of Swords.
Yeah, College of Shadows. That's the one. That would definitely be your 2000 to 2003, maybe late 90s Johnny Cash, but early Johnny Cash, absolutely College of Valor. Good choice, Johnny Cash.
Oh, Bob, I should prepare you for something.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I had the pocket cannon in season 1?
Mm-hmm.
Kotal Doman's arm is the equivalent of a cannon.
How so?
It does a D10 force damage if he throws a rock.
But why would you throw a rock? Why are you throwing rocks at people?
Because he's been in the spotlight too long and he's a terrible actor.
So he just gets mad. He's like, no pictures, and just picks up a rock and throws it.
I'm
What's
sorry,
that?
Travis. I got hit by a swerve there.
Cobalt Slayer bringing out the
Uh,
armor today.
Oh, that is Cobalt Slayer. Look at him. See, he's not green enough yet because this model's alive.
I mean, he's using the mounted mannequin.
There you go.
Because otherwise it would be unfair, because nobody would be able to put him in a headlock. I mean, they could put him in a headlock, but we wouldn't be able to air it.
Dude, I fucking love Aura.
Aura's great.
This is Squinto's character?
Willie.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
Willie's character. Yeah.
You're thinking of Tariel, who was in the last match.
Yes. My
also
bad.
blue.
Yes.
What? What did I do, Vegeta?
Message from the Assistant of Order. Would the owner of a strange locket please come to claim it at the Order locker room at their first convenience?
Nope. Good news, it's not mine this time.
Just sell it on eBay or something. We have roaming marketers for that reason.
Gale is such a good design for a character.
Oh yeah,
Good design.
I like his hat. That is a hat you can pull rank up on anybody. Like if you're in a store and they're like, "I'm sorry, we don't carry like Coke or Pepsi." Is ginger ale okay? You just put on the hat and they're like, "Yes, sir," and they immediately go and get you like a Coke or a Pepsi.
You immediately give him the look that Gale just gave the camera.
Exactly.
Paige Dolly Parton wouldn't be a bard. She would be a paladin with a high charisma.
I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Oh, speaking of, Kotal Dolman has recently found deep within the recesses of the box of doom he was given a pristine captain's hat that can never get dirty.
Never get dirty? Oh, wait a minute. Why do I? No, that was a different hat. Never mind.
You might have that one too.
No. Butler had a very specific hat that he got.
Oh yes, no,
that.
Lindsay has that.
Yes. The only thing I regret about with Bogart and Kaw is that I actually never got to use the Wand of Wonders. Or the Rejuvenation Stone. I didn't use either one.
You could have. It probably would have helped.
Yeah, it is also my own doing, because, to be fair, I had Ash dead to rights. I was going to throw him into the demon portal, and probably never see him again, but I was like, I'll be funny and, like, do a dramatic speech and give him another chance. And then, yeah, I think I rolled a nat 1 on my concentration check with his sloth fingernail, like, flicking my face.
Beautiful.
So you're hoisted by your own petard.
Of course. This is why I should never be allowed D&D characters, because I will do shit like that.
Dude, that's just being a good villain.
I know. if we're playing mechanic wise, I'm a terrible player because risk management is not a factor, and I probably will. Don't team with me as in out of character and in character, because I will probably kill us all.
Real talk, if I have two kinds of villains. I have the super serious, I'm going to fuck you up villain, and then I have the goofy, he-who funny man villain.
Oh yeah, no, I don't need to be. M right now is trying to be the serious, like, I'm gonna beat you up character, but I way prefer being like the I want to be like Ugly Dunk. He's actually my inspiration for like twirling villains.
Mm-hmm.
He is so
Ugly's a
good at
hell of a villain.
he is so good at being a villain. Well, I mean, like his character alone, Ugly Dunk is a great character. Like, and Ugly Dunk, the person is very good at what they do. But like when he turned heel, I was just like, oh, you have gotten into this role very well.
Now, the moment that Uncle Dunk was turned heel, it was like a number of weights was just pulled off of Uncle's wrists, and he was able to just go full speed.
Absolutely. He's a very, very good heel. I am trying to be a good heel, but I feel like I'm talking too much.
I mean, Yig was a great heel.
You didn't have to worry about talking too much because no one understood him in the first place.
The
Oh,
thing.
I could
Go ahead.
I could make Yig be understood if I wanted him to be. The problem was,
But you
Yig
didn't.
want to be understood.
You knew exactly what you were doing. You knew that we couldn't understand. And that was the funny part.
You were saying, Bob?
The thing about M is you're playing him as like the silent muscle. So his aura is the most important thing about him that you need to be working on. And it's one of those things where he's kind of like Grimm. He doesn't need to talk often because when he does talk, it makes people fucking listen.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Hello, man.
I'm getting better at it, but I mean, if I get to perfect scenario, I would be a much better. I make a good Doofenshmirtz. In other words, I'd make a very good Doofenshmirtz in real life.
I just had a thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear me out. We put a hat on M. But instead of corrupting M because of the fact of what he is, the hat parasite can't corrupt M. But
Oh.
it puts a new personality in.
He becomes French.
He becomes a business partner for Uncle Dunk, and he becomes the Doofenshmirtz to Uncle Dunk.
The Doofenshmirtz.
Well, welcome back, Robo the Robosaur. I here have made myself a brand new invention, the Resonator. It will be able to wrestle you into beating you into tiny pinning positions so I may take over the Flashbang Tri-State area.
Wouldn't it be the Tri-Show area?
See,
Yes,
this is
that-
why you're in the writing team.
So, Paige, yes, the hat is still around. It's just under very big lock and key.
Oh my
Other
god.
than
They're too.
Travis, that's it. Okay, hear me out. Start the promo with this Doofenshmirtz style character, right? And he's planning on like coming into M&W and taking it over, right? And halfway through the promo, M breaks down his door and fucks him up because he was a threat to the brass.
Oh, Bob,
Uh-huh.
Bob, you have the right idea. You are just a few weeks ahead of that. Yes, I actually what you're speaking about. I was like, I have that in mind, and you'll know what show it is. A specific wrestler has their own little talk show. and I have full intentions on doing exactly that. But I would only do that if M became. I would do very specifically that if I knew that M was going to be the ID champion, and I've already told Ed that I don't want the belts.
Paige, yes. We have the boss of order, the boss of chaos, and the boss of balance.
We have the discount brass. We have the bronze.
Wait a minute. So I know who the boss of chaos is, and I know who the boss of balance is. Who's the boss of order?
You know who they are.
Is it like Is it one of the I'm talking about the out of character person who runs it.
Zako.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is Zaka. Okay, because I was like, it's not Callie. That's way too chaotic.
JC is chaos, Callie is balance, and Zako is order.
Yeah, and you're global. You're AO to them.
Did Cobalt Slayer have like? Did Stu just start having an argument with Slayer then?
Maybe.
I mean, yes.
It looks like he might have gotten taunts.
It looks like it is time for me to
Yeah, because
skedaddle.
look, he's just moving around. He's not trying to like get into the ring.
Makes sense. You were saying, Travis?
Oh, he just left cold.
Travis exploded because of a child. I love this belt that Willie is using for Aura. It's great. The anime protagonist of Maelstrom versus Nicola.
Vegeta, I technically voted for coleslaw.
I mean, you never vote for the character that you think that's going to win. Oh, apparently Nicholas attacked Iki for this one. Now you see, Paige, he's not Santa, he's a fisherman. Hello, Maurice, how you doing?
Greetings and salutations to you, my friend.
Just in time for match number 7.
I've got a question for you, Kayeth.
Hey.
You see, you know of a town of artificers.
Yes.
And the oldest artificer in town is a gnome.
Yeah.
The gnome is 61 years old.
Yes.
And she is the oldest artificer in town.
Yes, she's young for a gnome.
What do you think is going on with that town?
People.
The oldest person in town being 61. And a gnome.
Oh, yeah. If I had more information on the town, I could probably make a better assessment. Is it a town entirely of gnomes?
Rosa?
Yes.
Was the town entirely of gnomes?
Which town specifically?
The town with the gnome artificer that was the oldest person in the town?
Oh, what in Outlaws Gambit?
Yeah.
trying to think. I don't think the town itself was full of gnomes, no. Because
there's
this
a short
is
list of things that
this
can be
is a
happening.
very, I think, yeah, the gnome artificer was in a section of Talus, so yeah.
She also had all of her fingers.
Ah, there it is.
They intentionally checked
yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I was getting Molly flashbacks.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Mind you, I got a clockwork amulet out of it, so
Now here's the thing. Is it an actual clockwork amulet, the item, or was it just an amulet that was clockwork?
I think
Because
me
that's
and Miller are going to be discussing that.
yeah, that's a question that I thought of while I was listening to the session.
Because I don't think Miller realized that's what I was going for. But it was something that I was going for, definitely.
Important question. This clockwork amulet, does it have a bright red hour hand? Or an hour hand with a bright red gem and a pearlescent face?
No, it's more like a butterfly.
A which?
It's got butterfly with a sort of a key that you can basically turn, and that's about it as far as I remember.
Yeah, I think there was a misunderstanding between you and Milla. You were talking about a clockwork amulet. I think Milla gave you an amulet that was clockwork.
Yeah.
But there's also I'm gonna have to go with him to like get him up to speed on sort of backstory stuff as well.
So there's about 6 things that could be going on there. One of them is lots of fun. Because that gnome isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
But yeah, Outlaw's Gambit is definitely something that's I'm actually quite enjoying it so far. We're definitely getting into the swing of things.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's I love the fact that slowly but surely, like, our various circles are being pulled into Vaughn's D&D universes one by one.
Yeah, and it kind of all started from Vaughn being like, you know, hey, you know, I'm looking for like a D&D group, any DMs that want to do it, and I'm like, I can't really DM, but I'd love to play. And that's me approaching him, you know, and he said, yeah, okay, I'll get in touch with you, and then he did.
Hey, thing.
Oh, but speaking of D&D groups, the Curse of Strahd group, oh, that was fun. That was fun.
I hear carnival music in the distance.
So we basically completed like 3 tasks, like just boom, 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 very quickly, one after the other, because we essentially decided, okay, Victavio's in the tavern, let's have a chat with him. Turns out he's Van Richten.
Ah, yes.
So we literally skipped a whole section of the campaign. It's like, oh, you're supposed to find this clue, and then this clue, and then this clue. No, we literally spoke to Victavio, found out he was Van Richten, and basically skipped like most of the quest.
Catherine, you find the Gravedigger's Tooth, a yellowed molar wrapped in black twine. Biting it grants you fleeting visions of someone's unmarked grave.
That's a fun one.
Oh, the items I have are fucked.
I wonder if that means that Catherine finds the other half of Stew.
I've still got 5 more items from this batch.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new #1 contender, Icky the Fun.
And a congratulations over to Icky.
Who's the current holder of the grave? Ash, yeah?
Ash. It's going to be Ash versus Icky.
Again, yay.
Yeah. Now, my friends, does anybody have anything that they need to bring up before we raid?
No, sadly, I'm going to have to go.
Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, my dude, as always. And chat, I appreciate y'all stopping by and hanging out with me today, especially for this late Maelstrom stream. Take care of yourself, Rosso, okay?
Have a good night, all.
Have a good night. Oh, ask Kelly. Something bursted and divine people can feed it. So that's a thing. We're going to go ahead and I think we're going to raid over to Tej. Nicopara Tegerson III, who apparently is looking at the Xbox game showcase. So I want to take a minute. I want to thank you all for coming in, hanging out, having fun. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Goodbye now.
Bye-bye.